The University of Texas basketball family, we know, extends back through the years. One thing that Coach Barnes has done has been to open his arms and that of the program collectively to those who were lettermen at the University of Texas and who were a part of the University of Texas basketball family. If you know anything about the history of University of Texas basketball, you know at one time this team in the 1981-82 season had reached number 5 in the country. They were 14-0, and then on what would be for some an unforgettable night in Waco, really the heart and soul of the basketball team went down with a knee injury. It was a horrific knee injury, and he had to work very, very hard over the course of a couple of years just to be able to get where he could work the knee properly, let alone be able to play basketball again. But he did return to play at the University of Texas. He has gone on to make his mark as a coach. And his teammates had said if you knew him as a player, you would know that somehow he was going to be a coach as well. He's done that. He's gone on to establish great things at Converse Judson High School at the high school level as well. But he is first and foremost always a member of the University of Texas basketball family. Please introduce and please give a warm welcome to our guest speaker tonight, Coach Mike Wacker.
Thanks, Craig. It's an honor, truly an honor for me to get a chance to speak here to you tonight. I was thrilled to death when Coach Barnes called me and gave me this opportunity. This 2005 and 2006 Longhorn basketball team I followed very closely, and oh my gosh, it is just really special for me to be here speaking to you guys. I know what you've been through, and we never experienced the success that you have, and it's really fun for me to get the chance to be here. One thing that I know I had to do as I prepared for this evening, after Rick called me, I knew I was humbled. I knew I was going to have to prepare for this opportunity. And the only thing I knew for sure is that I was going to need to write down what it is I was going to say. Now, as my wife Susie and my 3 boys can attest, that's a very important thing to do, not just for my benefit, but primarily for your protection. Seriously, we're here tonight to honor a group of young men who collectively have and possess an elusive quality in today's world, and that is a true commitment to excellence. This edition of the Texas Longhorn basketball program has definitely raised the bar with their total commitment to excellence in all that you have done this season. I want to share with you some thoughts about the intensity of the pride that I feel and I have felt as I watched you guys play this season. I know that that incredible pride is shared by all of you Longhorn fans and Texas Longhorn fans all throughout Texas and all throughout the nation as they watch you guys compete each and every day. I know that Coach Barnes and you players and his staff have elevated Texas basketball to the very highest level of national prominence over the past 8 years. I'd also like to share a little bit about what Texas basketball has meant to me as a player and what being part of the University in Texas basketball is. First, excellence. You know, nowadays you don't look in a dictionary, you Google search the word, and if you Google search the word excellence, you're going to find a picture of this Longhorn basketball team there. You want to talk about excellence, you're going to talk about these guys that we're honoring here tonight. These guys, Brad and Kenton and PJ and Ian and Craig and Mike and JD and Daniel and LaMarcus and Connor and AJ. And they're going to be introduced to you, and they're the reason that we're here tonight. The players are the reason that we have a basketball program, and they're the ones we're here honoring tonight and their efforts and what they've accomplished. Their commitment was shown by all the things that Craig Way so eloquently told you about just a few minutes ago. What a legacy has been left by this team, especially these 2 seniors. The things that they've accomplished. Kenton, he's been the glue of this team. And when they play that NCAA March Madness highlights all throughout the rest of the next century, They'll be showing that game-winning shot over West Virginia over and over and over again. You know it. It's going to be right there with all the other moments. And I know Kenton's going to be very proud of that. I know that as a high school basketball coach, I've followed the other senior, Brad Buckman, and his career since his days at Westlake. And I know that I'm so impressed, as you are, with his grit and determination and desire. And Brad, you will always be remembered as a guy who left it all out there on the court. These seniors have shown their talent. That's right. These seniors have shown their talent, but more importantly, their heart, each and every time they stepped out there on that basketball court. As a guy who was also fortunate to have worn that Texas across my chest, I salute you seniors and all of you players for what you've accomplished this season. Tonight we're going to hear about those awards and those accomplishments for all these players. And these guys will be remembered by the fans of Texas basketball for their commitment to excellence. Over the course of the next few years, these players have a chance to do something very special. They have a chance to bring home a national championship to the Irwin Center. This year, the 100th year of Texas basketball has been celebrated. And no year, guys, no year was better or was there more winning than this particular year. I know what's in store for the next 100 years. Hang on, people, the best is yet to come. I know that there is no doubt in the very near future. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we will win it all. These guys are the reason that have put us in that position from what they've done so far, and we will get there. When we do, I'm reminded of a story by Jacob Riis. He said, when nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stone cutter, hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two. And we know it's not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before. When we do it at all, everyone will know that this team was part of that success. It's your commitment to excellence that we're celebrating. We are proud of you and what you have done and what you're going to do for the rest of your lives. There is nothing better and nothing more fun than being part of Texas basketball. Obviously, you have a great deal of pride. And at Judson, we talk to our players about pride, and we talk about pride being defined as, I like acronyms, of course, being a coach's son. I heard about 18, I think that in the military is the only one that uses more acronyms. Pride, personal responsibility in developing excellence. And these guys have shown their personal responsibility in developing excellence all through what they've accomplished this year. It is not easy to do what they've done. It's not easy to be a leader like Coach Barnes. It's not easy for that coaching staff and Coach Wright, for the basketball office, for the SID's office, for the managers. Give a shout out to the basketball managers because they put in all those hours. I also want to thank, and know I can thank these guys because I own them the rest of my life, is the training staff and guys like Charlie Craven, who I know that training staff puts people back together again. And they help them get back out there on the court to do something that you've been doing since you were this tall and you love to do. That spark that I got a chance to do again, and I know that training staff is a big part of that still. This T-ring that I'm wearing right here, I earned this T-ring when I graduated from this great university. And it reminds me daily of how wonderful it was to go to this university, attend this university, and to spend those 5 wonderful years here as part of the University of Texas basketball program. I know how fleeting that time in your life it really is. In a moment, it's gone. Enjoy it, savor it, and celebrate it like we are tonight. Maybe even stay as long as you can. I know I would. I stayed as long as I could, 5 years. It's a good thing. I love the ups and downs and the ebbs and flow of being part of a team and being part of that experience, that journey. Texas basketball now is better than ever. It's second to none. When you factor in all the things Coach Barnes and his staff has done with talent and depth and recruiting and facility improvements like the practice facility and the commitment to the program's success being at an all-time high from the athletic department to all of you fans, I think that this, because of you players coming here, has made this the premier place to go. You know, if you want to live in Texas, which is really the only place you should want to live in your life, if you want to live in Texas, then you got to go to Texas. And you went to Texas, and you're going to reap the benefits of that for the rest of your lives. And I'll guarantee you that is an awesome, awesome thing. What impresses me most about Coach Barnes as a player, as an ex-player, and now as a coach is the way that he cares for these players. The way that he has a true concern for them, not just on the basketball court, but all throughout their life. I really believe that that is the mark of a great, great coach. And I think that it's important to note that even though we win and win and win here at the University of Texas, the thing that I noticed, even though he drives you, and you know this, you're kind of glad that practice is over and all of that. I know you are, because I know when the season ends, it's a relief to not have to go through the grind that is basketball. However, the care and concern that I see and is evident, the class and concern and the first class experience that he's created for you is something that I believe is so awesome and so special. And I think that really, really is what it's all about. The relationships and the journey that you've shared together. After it's all said and done, when basketball ends, as it will for all of you, as it does for everyone, the one thing you can count on is this university and the Texas basketball program. I know that that's something that you will be able to always have. No team has enjoyed as much success as you, and we're all so proud of you and what you've accomplished. Your commitment to excellence will be remembered for the next 100 years. In closing, let me share with you something from an unknown author that I believe sums up what you have done this season. You epitomize all that is positive about young people today. How do we define excellence? For us, excellence is an aspiration, an attitude, a pursuit, and a way of life. Excellence is all of us working together, aspiring to the fullness of our potential, always in pursuit of a higher standard, determined to do everything we do somehow better than it has ever been done before. Excellence is found in the caring, it's found in the trying, and it's found in the doing. It is our objective. You seek it with dedication, and it is the mark of Texas basketball. Thank you for letting me be part of this glorious celebration of Texas basketball. To all of you players, good luck, and hook 'em horns.
The next award is the Mike Wacker Comeback Award, sponsored by United Healthcare. You have gotten his background tonight, and I simply want to say, I had the privilege of watching him play. I was working in Houston at the time, but what a gutsy effort after an injury of 2.5 years, 3 surgeries, and he came back and played. He made all-conference. He was MVP of this ball club, and he had every attribute that you could look for that is just totally positive. And I want to tell you this. His dad was a longtime friend, and And years after he left coaching, he went to the broadcast booth, and I would see his father, and I always tried to find him to have dinner with him before the ball game on Saturday nights, because regardless of how fired up I was about the ball game, his dad was twice as fired up as I was, and I know exactly where he got that kind of feeling that his glass is always half filled. The Comeback Year of the Year award, sponsored by United Healthcare, goes to LaMarcus Aldridge.